Was it a simple mistake, negligence, or something worse? If you ask the Cahills, they'd go with something worse. But Colton's mother, Tanya, says that charge doesn't do justice to what happened.
You have your strap over your arm, and you've got these two hooked at all times. When you move one stays on. So no matter what, you're always hooked onto this wire at all times.
Ending net neutrality would mean they could create multiple lanes, and you have to pay for faster internet.
And slower speeds, like me.
There are no fish living in it as far as I am aware. What that is a giant pothole or a series of potholes that have created a trench on Summer School Road in Monongalia County. It was indeed an unexpected turn of events this morning when both the prosecution and the defense chose to rest before we heard testimony from key witness Tayshawn Davis-Jones. So when they got the tip that he was at this Circle K, police from multiple agencies did not hesitate to make the arrest. Two concerned citizens are asking 4 of the members of the Morgantown City Council to resign their posts. Now, state police and the Sheriff's Department and the Westover Police Department are still coordinating their investigation and this possible manhunt to try and find Jody Hunt. But with those departments facing a possible funding crisis, the question is, how can the system and the coverage change? 1, the public health benefits could be huge by reducing carbon emissions. And 2, there is no Planet B. The Longview Power Plant did have a methane gas fire inside the power plant itself at some point right around 2:15 this afternoon.
He ended every mother's dream.
He is Brandon Kristoff, the man who admits to accidentally pulling the trigger in the shooting that ended in 18-year-old Colton Belasco's death.
It's a rifle. You either pull the trigger or you don't. It's not possible for you not to know you pulled the trigger.
That was Tanya's reaction as she began piecing together the events leading up to and immediately after her son's death. Nothing could have prepared her when she picked up the phone at 4:30 on the morning of February 21st.
I just was devastated. My dreams, my ex-husband's dreams, my sister's, their brain, everybody's dreams are just finished at the hands of a kid who's only going to get a smack for it.
That smack Tanya is referring to is the maximum prison sentence that comes with an involuntary manslaughter conviction, no more than a year in prison. On April 1st, after weeks of investigation, Brandon Kristoff was arrested and charged with involuntary manslaughter in the accidental shooting death of Colton Belasco. But Colton's mother, Tanya, says that charge doesn't do justice to what happened.
I'm not just advocating for Colton and my family. I'm advocating for every other mother that may have to go through this. And the system's failing us as a community.
At the very least, Tanya thinks that Kristoff operated with extreme negligence. He pointed a rifle he claimed wasn't loaded, but allegedly never checked. Then he claims to have accidentally pulled the trigger. Tanya is suspicious of Brandon's account of what happened, describing Brandon and Colton's friendship as rocky.
He stated that he did, but he didn't mean to. You did then. You committed murder. You pulled a trigger, willingly pulled a trigger on a gun that you did not check. And this is not a remorseful kid at this point. I didn't believe it from the beginning. I knew that Colton and Brandon had a history.
Tanya now lives with her sister in Reedsville. She shares custody of her 2 children, Shane and Faith, with her ex-husband. She says that the children have responded as well as can be expected, but there is a gaping hole in all of their hearts.
He ended Shane's big brother who protected him. Faith's big brother. He ended everything.
In the end, Tanya hopes that her son will be remembered for the way he lived and not the way he died. Reporting for Fox 10 News, I'm Alex Wiederspiel. Imagine this. You're a first-time parent of a 6-month-old girl. It's been 3 hours since you've seen your daughter, and immediately you can tell that something is wrong.
I knew within 20 seconds that this was not a normal crying baby.
You noticed right away.
Right away.
That's the way Kyle Cahill describes his daughter Camden on July 25th of 2013. He picked her up from Pleasant Day School in Monongalia County and noticed something wasn't right. Her arm was dangling. She was crying and upset, and anytime you touched the arm, Camden would begin to cry.
This was a dramatic cry. Within 5 minutes, I had diagnosed that there was something very wrong with her left arm.
I reached down to give her a bottle, and she didn't move her left arm. She went to reach with it with her right arm, but she wouldn't move her left arm.
Her arm was broken, But that night, concern for their daughter turned into a different kind of concern and even fear. Doctors realized that Camden's injury was a spiral fracture, leading them to believe that the injury was deliberate. So Veronica Cahill asked to see the video footage of her daughter's room at the school, but the administration balked at that proposition.
They indicated that I was not going to be able to come in and review the video. They said that they were having problems getting in to see the video the entire evening that the injury occurred.
According to the Cahills, the school never told them about their daughter's injury. Was it a simple mistake, negligence, or something worse? If you ask the Cahills, they'd go with something worse.
The following morning I called them. As soon as they opened, they said that they still had not received the video, that they still had not been able to review the video. And finally, at about 10:30 in the morning, the administration informed me that they were able to review the video. They didn't see any incident, any injury, nothing occurred on the video in their opinion.
That's when the Cahills sought different action, and Child Protective Services got involved. And what they found has brought criminal charges against a teacher, Stephanie Weiss. According to the Cahills, it's also brought with it a hornet's nest of other allegations about the school they entrusted with their daughter.
Alex Wiederspiel, are you ready to rock climb?
By way of iron, via ferrata. All right, well, we're reliving Indiana Jones today. City Slickers was last week. This is what we're talking about when we say by way of iron.
Right, this is the only place where you have a via ferrata that's similar to the ones they used to use in the 1940s in Italy to transport troops over the mountains. And you get to climb up 300 feet with no experience necessary.
If you have your strap over your arm and you've got these two hooked at all times, when you move one stays on. So no matter what, you're always hooked onto this wire at all times.
Big 200-foot cliff face straight across from us.
Yeah, that's right. Victory. Victory.
Hey, we're not done yet.
There's no victory down there. This is requiring some actual physical effort.
I might pee my pants right now.
When you actually do look down, generally it's a lot nicer than the expectations, isn't it?
Let's continue. 100 feet of zip lining and self-brake is applied here with your hand.
Judy 1 through 5, and those are the first 5 zips. And then there's a midway point, and then we go into the next part of the zips. That was Judy 1, this is Judy 2.
We're going to Judy 3 over there, and eventually we'll get to Judy 4, and then to my Aunt Judy, who's number 5. We got our Clarksburg residents coming down. Both of these guys are from Clarksburg, off for the weekend. Thought they'd come ziplining.
Coming in hot. How was your ziplining experience?
That one got particularly fast right there at the end.
Yeah, man, that was great.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I could have created fire with the brake. Honestly, I did feel a little bit like Indiana Jones today, so let's roll. I hope you enjoyed our West Virginia road trip. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.